Hello and welcome to DCP Live episode number 196. I almost forgot the episode number and pulled a Patrick Casey. That wow, that's a throwback right there, right?
Yeah.
The days
those are the days.
The days of forgetting what episode you're on every single week. You know, I miss those. Those are simpler times. 2020
I
wasn't
honestly
here yet.
would do it too. The only reason I ever know is because it's written like here, like when the Twitch chat comes up or when the Twitch stream comes up, you know, either you or Aries has put it in.
Right. So I literally put it in because Aries, you know, said that he couldn't update the go live notification because apparently Pope is holding him back on that. Classic Pope maneuver, by the way. So I
won't hand over the reins, man.
Yeah, so I literally put the number in, and I still forgot by the time we hit the go live button. So, anyways,
maybe that's the problem. If you put in the number, you are bound to forget.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it directly
We're coming
canceled
up on
out.
episode 200.
Yeah, what are we gonna do on 200?
I think
rob
let's
a
do
bank.
the whole thing in reverse.
No, don't rob a bank. Okay.
No, not again. It went so good last time though. Like we got away scot free and everything.
I was just thinking we could, you know, rob it and vlog it, and then give the money back all in one video. Like, you know,
It was just a joke.
Chill, bro. We're just making content. Don't you like content? Come on.
I'm a content creator. I'm creating.
Right?
Thank you.
Yeah. So Fran's going to be super silent tonight. Just want to let everybody know.
Yeah, he's contemplating his next spreadsheet. He's thinking about it. He's giving it a little bit of a ponder.
Deep looks.
Calculating power for hour for us on Monday. Should we talk about Monday?
Oh, yes, Monday. What's happening?
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Monday, we're going to be coming through with one of our live stream challenges from the GCX stream, the charity stream, and we're going to be running through all of the raids, all of us using Warlocks while complimenting Warlocks, or I'm sorry, while not insulting Warlocks.
Oh my God.
I said, so what we're doing that's kind of fun is if we do say something bad about Warlocks, and we will have resident Warlock referees in the chat with us to make sure that we're keeping good
Keeping
on
it
our
legit.
promises.
Yeah.
My guess is the entire chat will be refereeing.
I said that Briar's probably going to get to the end of the towards the end of the raids, and he's just going to start firing off. He's going to owe about $100,000 to St. Jude. Save the world through insulting Warlocks.
Do you guys accept checks?
Oh my gosh. What are you guys going to do to prepare for Monday?
I've been just trash talking as many people as possible. Get it out of my system.
Yes, I
We're gonna
like
buy a
that.
12-pack of beer.
Mm-hmm.
12-pack of beer, okay. Get drunk, get it out of your system. What else?
Get drunk.
I
yell
plan
at
on being a
people on the
real
internet.
liability by the end of that raid session.
I'm thinking about bringing a bucket next to me just in case, you know, all that smell, you know, just got to throw it up real quick, you know?
Gets to you.
Yeah.
Gets to you.
Yeah. all
We are
those-
going to have a special guest with us for the Monday raid, and that is Mr. Slayer himself.
Slayer. He's going to be doing all the
Mr.
raids with us.
Slayer. He's going to deal with us. I don't know why he agreed to this.
Yeah.
Well, he loves
Bad
Warlocks.
decision on his part.
He loves Warlocks, just like we do. We love Warlocks. Right?
Of course.
Yeah.
Dude, love Warlocks. Warlocks are great.
Warlocks are awesome. They're the best.
They're amazing.
So
I love
good.
them.
Yeah.
They're great.
Everybody's favorite.
And we're gonna have Aries is gonna be in there with us being a warlock, and
Yep.
also Ash, our artist, who does hate warlocks.
Is this a
Who would've
DCP
thought?
first? Announcing
It
this?
is a DCP first, yeah.
The DCP artist, resident artist, is not a fan of Warlocks.
And she's gonna be raiding with us.
I'm
excited
very
for that.
excited about that. Yes, it's gonna be great.
Yeah. Yeah. The whole crew is going to be in there, being very complimentary and expertly handling Warlocks as we know how to do from our infinite playtime with them.
Showing people that warlocks are just really easy to use.
Warlocks are people too.
So yeah, Monday 3:30 p.m. Pacific, right?
Yep, Monday 3:30 Pacific is gonna be right after side quest, basically. we're gonna be going into the raids.
Yeah.
The raids, which is
All
a
the
great
raids.
segue because
Yeah.
recently Moments of Triumph came out, and guess what you have to do? All of the raids. Well, you don't
All
have
of the raids.
but there's triumphs for doing all of the raids. So this just worked out perfectly. Thanks, Warlocks, for making me raid. all the
Yeah.
raid.
Shout out to all the Warlocks for being so special. Yeah.
Not only are all the raids in the Triumph, but they're also featured. There's the featured raids that got announced. Leviathan, Eater World, Spire Stars, Crown of Sorrows, and Scourge of the Past are all featured, which means starting today, or this was Tuesday, starting Tuesday, the weekly reward limit is being removed from the 5 featured raids. You'll be able to farm rewards, including exotics, from the main encounters as much as you would like.
Yep.
Also, the cosmetic items will be like guaranteed drops.
That is awesome.
The luxurious toast emote from Spire.
Luxurious tote.
Yep.
The luxurious tote to keep
That's a
your
nice tote
hands
bag.
warm.
I don't have that.
I don't have that
it
either, so I'm actually really excited about that.
Wow. Does DCP not raid? Jeez. It's like we don't play Warlocks. Unbelievable.
I'm super excited about that because of all the raid rewards, that is the one that I want the most.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw that and I was like, thank you. I wanted to get that before it goes away.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a great day on Monday.
Yep.
We're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna be ridiculous and silly, I'm sure, in the process. I don't know how long it's gonna take. Tefty, you thought about 30 minutes to an hour per raid.
Yeah.
And there's what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6.
I think
7.
Chat, help us out. Do some quick math.
It's literally incalculable
7.
how long this is gonna take.
There's 7.
It's 7. Okay.
7.
Chat has confirmed there's 7 raids that we will be completing.
7 raids.
It is rumored that there are 7 raids.
We can't tell for sure, but there is a rumor going around Twitch that there is 7.
High speculation on this part, but we'll
There's
we'll
no
have confirmation
real
on
bell
Monday.
of telling.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're also high level on most of the stuff, so it's not like we're going to be technically struggling with damage or anything like that.
Is Briar still like light level 750 or something?
Oh, I'm at least 790 by now.
When was the last time you played your Warlock, Briar? Oh, silence.
It's been a bit.
Long dramatic pause there.
I don't remember.
He's gonna roll up as a blue gear Warlock.
I'd
Guys,
respect
I'm
that.
ready.
I might.
I'd respect that because you're like, yo, I'm a Warlock.
Whatever he's at right now, this minute, is how he's showing up on Monday. I'll tell you that much.
Oh boy. I'm
I'll
already
transfer all my highest weapons off of my hunter onto him.
Okay, yeah. I actually started doing all 3 characters this season, and I'm now pretty close to like actual base level getting there. I think I'm like 1055 on the Warlock, somewhere around there. So
Maybe
add the
you know
artifact.
what I might do? I might allow my Warlock to turn in some tokens. See what she looks like.
Yeah, you gonna boost?
Yeah, I'll just turn in tokens, and then I'll grab the stuff from the season pass. We'll be good to go.
That's what I did.
I'm probably good to go anyway.
Shax is like super not generous. Always giving weapons. Always.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not generous at all.
Not generous. No. Must be that Savathun talking to him. Right?
That's true. When did he start getting stingy?
Some skull magic and him getting stingy because of the darkness. Damn, man. So, Moments of Triumph and Bungie Day.
Yeah, Moments of Triumph for 2020 has been announced. You'll get a raid ring and emblem if you complete it. And the raid ring, I'm not gonna lie, I might swap out my wedding ring with this thing. This thing is
You wake up, walk downstairs.
I don't think my wife will even notice, to be honest with you.
You're making coffee. You're like, hey, babe.
What is that giant skull on your finger, Brian?
It just shows my never dying love for you.
The light will never fade.
I guess. The light will never fade in this relationship. I think it's pretty badass. I like how it's like something that you it's a keepsake for, competing in the moments or completing the moments of triumph this time around.
Yeah.
You also get a sparrow, raid cosmetic rewards, the MMXX title, and a moments of triumph ghost that looks kind of like the Traveler.
Yes, it does. It is the Traveler. Yep.
It is the Traveler. It doesn't look like the Traveler.
Well, that's
It is
because
the
the Traveler is gonna get bombed by the darkness, and we're just gonna have this little Traveler in our pocket. That's how we keep the light going.
Pocket Traveler. For when Big Traveler's gone, you got Pocket Traveler.
How have we never gotten a special edition of Destiny, a physical edition of Destiny that has a model of the Traveler? How is that not a thing? Why is there no Traveler floating around my office right now?
Yeah, it's always like a ghost or a tote bag.
Always ghost. Maybe it's because they knew. Maybe it's because they knew that the Traveler would eventually be a bad guy and didn't want us to be stuck with the bad guy who'd murdered all of our friends in our bedroom.
What a twist. This makes me nervous.
Are you guys going to try and do this one, the Moments of Triumph, this year?
I think I'll probably end up knocking out. Actually, what's the end time? What's the time limit for doing Moments of Triumph? They say?
Let me go to the official Moments of Triumph page.
I'm trying to
September 22nd.
Oh.
So you got plenty of time.
Yeah.
I mean, Monday we're gonna knock out all those raids. So
right, get a nice step up in the right direction.
Yeah.
We'll knock out all those raids, and also at some point we have to play PS4 Trials, and hopefully we'll at least win one match.
We have to get 7 wins.
Yeah, we got to get 7 wins.
Moments of Triumph. Not in a row,
though, right?
Not in a row.
Yeah.
No.
Thank God.
Just 7. We can beat up on the first team 7 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this will definitely be a last minute finish for me.
Yeah, I'm just gonna chip away at it. I think we'll get there.
Yeah,
easy peasy.
exactly. Right,
No
easy
problem.
peasy.
Briar,
Yeah.
there was something else that was released with the reset, which was a ghost and a sparrow for doing flawless of the new dungeon and solo of the new dungeon.
I didn't even see that.
Briar, you need to look at that ghost because let me tell you, everyone is demanding that you stream doing a solo try of the dungeon because it is a beautiful light up bunny.
A light up bunny?
It's really amazing. It might be my favorite ghost. It's really, really good.
I really like the exotic empathetic ghost shell that they're selling in the Eververse store right now. It's like a heart-shaped Mylar balloon ghost.
Mm-hmm.
Is it better than that? Because I don't have to do anything for that. I can just buy it. Visually, yes.
Oh yeah. You need to look at the ghost, Brian. Load it up right now. Do it right now.
I'm looking for it.
So solo flawless, you get both. But the ghost is just for doing solo. So
I'm really happy they put that in there.
Yes, me too.
In fact, is there any reason why they delayed that? Maybe it just wasn't ready for the season launch for when they put that out.
Maybe they just wanted to launch it later or something.
Yeah, with Bungie Day.
I have no idea.
Because it's not technically directly connected to Bungie Day, right?
Holy cow! The cottontail shell.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jesus, I've got to do that.
We need some dungeon Wu-Tangs, bro. We all need that in our lives.
How hard is it to solo?
If you're at the right light level, I think you'll be all right.
It's not terrible. People are saying that the best way to go is Devour Lock.
Mm-hmm. Well, Warlocks are my favorite class, so that's easy.
Same. Yeah, I love Warlocks. They're the best. Yeah.
Your experience on Monday will get you ripe and ready.
Ripe.
Ripe.
The keyword ripe.
Well, that fits in with the Warlock. All right. Well, I didn't know about this. This is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's really cool. Looking forward to that stuff. I haven't actually tried solo Flawless Dungeon yet. I've just been taking my time with reset stuff, and because I know I'm going to do it at some point. Just not rushing through, having fun.
Yeah.
That ghost makes me want to hurry the hell up, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ghost is amazing.
For me, it's just like it's great that there's going to be a reward or a cosmetic to get for doing that, aside from just a triumph that you click that goes away.
Yeah, and I like that they're, switching it up with not just being an emblem as well, but maybe we can have shaders and ghosts and sparrows. I know for sure that ghosts, sparrows, shaders are a lot more work than emblems, which is why they can kind of give us a good amount of emblems. But it is nice to get something different, right? Because we get emblems for so much stuff that it's nice to see, oh, we can get this really cool ghost this time around.
Yeah.
Also, now that they did the Pride emblem and the Black Lives Matter emblem, it's gonna be hard for me to switch off of those.
Yeah.
Emblems are gonna really have to step up their game now.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it too. Yep.
Even the Bungie Love emblem from early on, I think it came out early on in year one. Like I've been basically rocking that since I got that one. That was one of those bundles where you go to the Bungie store and buy a pin and you get the emblem, and it was the blue background with the heart on it.
Yeah.
I really like that one too. I pretty
That's
much
a
just
classic.
rocked that one almost exclusively up until the Pride one came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Bungie Day
Mhm.
and a spicy new quest came out with Bungie Day.
Yes, it did.
With this
New exotic.
Spicy
New
new
exotic.
exotic.
I'm going to say that these quests, so not just the one to get the exotic, but the one where you're going to all the planets and picking up stuff and like doing different things on the planets. I love that they did that because it kind of feels like a last hurrah to go around all the different planets that are going away. It's, they took us, and if you go and shoot the eyes with the gun, which we'll talk about, it's even more of going around the planets and kind of seeing all these different areas that you probably haven't seen in a long time, if ever.
We were joking about that. I went to that place on IO and I was like, "Whoa, I've never been here."
Yeah, the tree.
And there's literally an entrance to the right. I jumped over into it. I was like, "Whoa, this is all sneaky." And I look over to the right. I'm like, "Oh, I could have been here." I've driven by this so many times. I've never actually been in here.
Yeah, exactly. It's been really cool. And of course, also seeing all of the pyramid ships show up on the planets. I love that so much because I'm going around. I'm like, I know the planets are going away. Now, before this, I didn't really care necessarily that the planets were going away, but them taking me through all the planets, collecting things, shooting eyes, and then seeing the pyramid ships there, it really made me go, oh man, this planet is really cool. I love this part. And seeing these big ships kind of shadowing over, knowing what's not exactly what's going to happen, but knowing sort of what's going to happen, made me kind of feel attached to the story way more than I have before, and way more attached to the planets than I have before.
I think it's really cool that they're doing it this way. I didn't expect that at all. I was expecting one planet at a time, and maybe even something to happen to the planet as it was going by. But it was like IO was the entry point, and then all of a sudden, a bunch of other planets are now having stuff happening, and it's cool. I'm really liking how they're playing this out right now.
I like this season. The season started off as a slow burn, but seems to be building up. Which I think has caused a very positive reaction in the Bungie community.
Oh yeah.
It's funny in Destiny 1 on this podcast, we often talk they need to communicate more, they need to tell us what's going on, and they definitely have been doing a better job of that. But they seem to have found this season a pretty good equilibrium of not giving away the goods, not spoiling what's coming during the season, but also letting us feel pretty informed about the future of Destiny. It seems like, we did also kind of in an odd way learn about years of the future in Destiny,
yeah.
So it's
been really cool.
Yeah.
This season has obviously been way better than last season. At least I think last season was, for me, I just was checking in and out here and there. I was like, oh, those Dorito ships come in 3 months later. Then it finally happened. This season, though, I know that there is technically the same stuff of slow movement of things happening where we're waiting for the ships to do more stuff and all that. But it just is more exciting with how they're introducing things, and the public event's better. And also the fact that the exotics feel really exotic. Like that. That's huge, right? Like Witherhoard right off the bat felt like a different type of gun or a different type of exotic.
Yeah.
And this new exotic, which we haven't talked about yet,
It's absurd.
this is exotic. This is straight up an exotic feeling weapon. This feels like a D1 exotic where it's like, whoa, you could do that with the gun? That's crazy. So for those that don't know, should I explain it? What it is?
Go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a trace rifle. So another one of those beam rifle type of things. But the difference.
The third one of those?
I think it's a fourth.
Fourth.
Yeah, because there was a PS4 exclusive one that got introduced, and then there's this one. What happens is it shoots regular like a trace rifle, but on the first kill, it spawns a void orb, and the void orb essentially becomes like a relic from past raids or something like that, where you can knock things around. It has a timer on it, and it has a shield blocking capability where if I'm not 100% sure on the mechanics on this, but if you're being shot through the shield, it starts chunking some of your life. But if you have enemies in there, you start stealing some of their life if it's in the shield.
Yeah, so if you have enemies around you and you're actually hitting them, it's healing you the entire time as well.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. And it suppresses the enemies too. Like they
Yes.
go, oh, can't see, so blind.
It also cancels stomp mechanics. You
It
can't get
does.
stomped out of
Really?
that. Well, yeah. So mega awesome. And then there's also a slam maneuver as well, which gets rid of the ball. So you have like this AoE slam attack. You have regular punching that's really strong, and then you have a shield mechanic as well that also life steals and suppresses enemies. And then on top of that, once you get the catalyst finished, when you hit anything with the ball attack, no matter what attack, it then takes more damage from the trace rifle, right? It gets like a debuff.
Do you have to do anything to get the catalyst, or do you just...
The catalyst seems to
come with
drop within 2 kills right away. But in order to do the catalyst, you have to go and shoot the eyeballs, the Savathun's eyes around the map.
Or
Well, you
kill
don't.
like 1,000 enemies.
Yeah, isn't it
I
like
kind of did a mixture of both.
same? Yeah.
Because the eyes, if you want to like completely max out the triumph thing, you need to go and shoot all of the eyes, which is 50. But to do the catalyst, you can progress it by shooting eyes or killing things. So I went around all the planets, so the Titan and the Io, Mercury, Mars ones, and then the rest I just killed to finish the catalyst.
Yeah. So straight up exotic feeling.
Really good.
Fun and awesome exotic that I did not expect.
Yeah.
That seems like it's going to be really handy during raids, too.
Yeah. For
And
sure.
I say we find out on Monday.
Yeah.
Good time to test it out.
We can all be Devour Warlocks using the ball
Oh my
to
god.
block. We will never die.
Devour with that, like the shield mechanic in there, you're constantly healing.
Yeah.
That's pretty nuts. Yeah. So I like this makes me very excited for the future of what Destiny is going to be doing with like exotics.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't feel like they're just making a gun that is anecdotal, you know? It's like, oh, it's an exotic, but it's kind of meh. It's like it seems like they're really making future exotics feel like these exotics that were coveted in D1. Not to say that D1 didn't have any duds, but there was a lot of D1 exotics that were amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, this whole season kind of feels like Bungie is starting to hit their stride a little bit more with, storytelling, the exotics feeling special, I'm interested in knowing more about the lore. Like every week when we go and see Eris and she's being all spooky and talking to the darkness, I'm interested in reading that lore piece to find out what's going on. This week, someone shows up and talks to Eris, which was a big... Whoa, what is happening? I don't trust.
Who showed up?
Are we allowed to talk about that? Should we talk about it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah. We're lore experts.
So
People tune
Zavala.
into this podcast to hear what we think about lore.
Specifically for our lore ideas and
That is
knowledge
true.
and our warlock championing this.
Boss, you look skeptical.
Zavala shows up in the story mission to talk to Eris. And Zavala, I'm starting not to trust him at all because there was something going on with Zavala before where I was like, that sounds a little funky and untrustworthy. And then he shows up talking to Eris and he's like, I don't trust Zavala anymore.
Zavala's been compromised.
I don't think he's been. Well, we don't know that he has.
Or
Brother
he's just-
Vance has, though. Did you visit Brother Vance?
No. Tell me. What is
Oh
this?
my god. Brother Vance is he said every time a guardian dies in trials, he hears it. So he's
That's awful.
Sounds like a serial killer.
he's losing his mind.
Sounds
Zavala
like
was
something
flirting
a
with
serial
Aerith.
killer would
Yeah.
say. Things
Yeah,
are really
he's like-
starting to come together
He
for
hears two
Brother
sounds.
Vance.
He hears two sounds or something. He hears a cry when people die, and he's starting to become obsessed with the sound of guardians dying in trials.
That
It's
sounds
weird,
like
man.
you.
Damn.
Does he giggle every time like you do?
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, you see how close that Dorito ship is to him? No wonder.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
affecting
it's
his
pretty
brain.
close.
Yeah.
It's seeping into the water.
you gotta use a filter on that. Put some iodine tablets in there.
Oh my gosh. So what do you think then? Is Zavala also like what is it? What is it with Zavala? Is he just a bitch? Always been?
Zavala was like flirting with Eris, which was a little weird. I was like, who is this? This doesn't seem like Zavala at all. Maybe Zavala is Savathun. Maybe there's a budding
Ooh.
romance between Savathun and Eris.
Maybe
Take
he's
that.
been taken by Savathun.
Yes.
Well, wouldn't
I
that
don't
be
know. I'm gonna go with Tefty's theory. I think he's a bitch.
see him shoot that rifle at nothing in the original? And then
Yeah.
vanilla, popping a bubble randomly. He's a bitch. Mhm. Well, this is
So
definitely
there's stuff
yeah.
going down.
Stuff going down, yeah. It's very
Yeah.
interesting.
It's made me really interested in the lore and what's happening and the build up. It's super cool. I love what they're doing this season. It feels like this big build up to something massive and spooky happening.
Yeah. I think that's also contributing to this season feeling the way it is, where there's really like a culmination that's happening in September with all these things, with the darkness, and also there's a big moment in Destiny's history for when we're finally confronting this darkness character that's been in the story for so long. Seems to be more and more becoming a reality, and it's happening in September. So yeah, that's all leading to it.
Very exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else in the Bungie Day stuff that we need to go over? I think we got it all. We got the new emblem and the new ghost shell that you can buy straight from Test. The first time that we've ever been able to do that, because that money goes straight to a charity that I think it's called, is it iPads for Kids program? So if you buy the exotic empathetic ghost shell from Tess at the Eververse store, 100% of the profits will support the iPads for Kids program, which I thought was pretty cool. It's something we've talked about in the past on the show. Instead of having to go to the Bungie store, like outside of the game, you can just go to the Eververse store. You get something in game, which is pretty cool. So it really incentivizes people to, give it to charity.
That's awesome. I've been staying away from Eververse, and now I'm gonna go buy that for sure. That's really cool.
Yeah, for sure.
I hope they do more of that. Like it'd be great every season or every month they have some sort of charity that they're doing in the Eververse store, because they'd raise a ton of money for that.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, especially if the items are this high quality.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. That's really cool.
I think that was it for the Bungie Day stuff.
I think so.
There was a This Week at Bungie today. It wasn't too exciting, I didn't think. There was some really cool art, though. So if you have a moment, I would definitely go to Bungie.net, click on the This Week at Bungie blog, and check out some of the art that they posted. Some of it is fantastic.
Yeah.
Like really, really good. And then follow those artists as well on Twitter.
Yep.
Yeah, there was some awesome stuff. There was someone that made like these little Lego type things of Destiny characters. There's a plushie of Riven, and then the art it's really good.
Yeah,
Super,
it's all
super good
top
stuff.
notch.
It is, it really is.
Those Lego things caught my eye too, because they use, it's not like a huge Lego build where it's like 3,000 pieces. It's like 20 or 30 pieces. It looks like, to make like little miniature Lego Lego Destiny characters in,
Yeah.
in a really cool way. Like they're really good. I think that was it out of the TWAB.
I think that was about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Basically celebrating Bungie Day.
I was just seeing the ship show up was really cool.
Really cool,
That
right?
was
Yeah.
that was the coolest to log in, and they're taking you around all of these planets, and when you arrive on Mercury and you see this giant pyramid ship that's like blocking the sun, it really helps you understand the threat and what's happening. And I wouldn't have been surprised if past Bungie was like, we need to vault content. These are the planets that are going away, and that's kind of all we knew about them. But the fact that they're building it into the lore is so
Yeah,
good.
that's
The
really
way
cool.
they're doing it is great.
What do you guys think is going to be the specific of it? Like, how do you think they're going to do it specifically?
I think the ship's gonna transmat the planet inside to the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just gonna lock it up.
I mean, that works because if they destroy the planet, it's hard for them to bring it out of the
Yeah.
vault, right?
They can't destroy it.
I think
Yeah.
I think what Paul was saying about it being like militarized zone where we don't have access anymore, or like enemy territory.
We can't fly
Mhm.
there.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
That
think
works.
I think that makes the most sense. So it's like we just don't have access anymore because it's not safe to go over. They'll snipe our
That makes
ghost.
the most sense.
Yeah.
Or it could be transmatted inside the ship, and then one of the missions, you go onto the ship and you see little baby versions of the planets, and you're like, oh,
They shrunk it.
stole our planets. Yeah.
Honey, I shrunk the planet.
Yep. That's what's gonna happen.
Okay, yeah. I could get behind that. Imagine like a bunch of baby Vex walking around.
I like it.
Yeah.
That'd be fun to have around, actually, like a little, like kind of like an ant farm on your desk. You could have a little Vex farm.
Yeah.
I like that.
Until they rise up and try to overtake everything in your house.
Well, they can't make my Wi-Fi any slower. If it fixed my internet.
No, what they would do is they'd make it faster, and you'd be like, "These Vex are great. Let's give them more control."
Yeah.
And then they assimilate your entire house, and you're screwed.
I don't know. I think it could be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the bathroom definitely needs a remodel. So hopefully
want
they
that-
get started with the internet, then they move on to the bathroom.
It's gonna be
I
Vex
could
milk
use a
in
new
there.
coat of paint in the office.
John, no, if they do the bathroom, it's going to be running Vex milk. And that Vex milk apparently is electrical and shocks you. So every time you're washing your face or you're taking a number 2 and a little splash up and zapped, from that.
That
Wait,
seems
hold
like
on.
a significant downside.
I was gonna say it sounds like Briar might be a little into that, so maybe we stop. He's thinking this is a good idea.
He's weighing the
Don't
pros and
kink shame
cons.
me.
Like a zap from after taking number 2? Come on.
This is just a tiny little zap. Next thing you know, Briar's like, honey, there's a thing that's been happening.
That splashback will really wake you up in the morning.
Oh, man. Yeah. So
Yeah.
anything else in the TWAB? No, it's not exactly
I don't
like
think so. It's not a big news. I
Yeah.
mean, this week was a big play the game week, not a big read about the news week, I think.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
They
Yeah,
fixed
it's
the
been really
Nightfall.
they did.
There was a moment there where you could farm the Nightfall, and because the enemies were only like 750, so you
Yeah.
could destroy them really quick. And this was on the Master, and then they swapped it out for a different Nightfall real quick.
They
Don't you
did.
hate when you find out about that stuff after they fix it?
I knew it was happening, and I was like, I'm gonna ride it out and see if they fix it, and they did.
That's
Obviously,
the thing. That Nightfall is such a pain in the ass anyway. So it was kind of, I think people were less upset about it because they're like, that Nightfall's kind of a pain in the ass.
yeah.
So, because a lot of people saying it's not even worth farming it at 750 because
Yeah.
it just sucks.
Oh yeah. Also, they uncapped raid rewards. Right.
Yep. So you can farm it.
Yes.
I don't have an Anarchy or a Tarababa. Maybe I'll get it on Monday. Maybe the Warlocks will bless me with their infinite RNG
Warlocks are
Double up
always
on them
blessed.
drops.
Yeah.
because they're the best.
I don't have an anarchy either. I'd like one.
You guys don't really?
Nope.
Man.
I wouldn't lie about this, Tefty. You can trust me.
The way I play raids is I get my drops and then I'm like, all right, this was great.
Is that because you get the jobs quickly, Tefty?
Pretty quickly. I got Anarchy in 3 or 4 tries.
Must be nice. See, there you go.
I'd say my advice to both you guys is to just get the drop.
Mm-hmm. That's why I plan on doing that on Monday. I think
Okay.
I'll just get it.
That's great. If you get the drop, then you got the drop. You don't have to worry about that. We don't have to have
I think
this.
I'll just get it.
We won't have to have this awkward conversation in the future.
Agreed. Agreed. Should we do some Twitter questions?
Sure.
Sure, why not?
Let me find them. I know I have a tab open filled with them.
Yeah.
10 pages of them.
They're
in
all
fact.
gone. All the Twitter questions are gone. Sorry, guys. That's the show. Coming
See you on Monday.
Hopefully you'll get your
Side
Anarchy.
quest complete.
Finally.
Christopher Shamel says, when is the all Warlock Raidathon? We already answered that, Christopher.
Jeez, man.
Repeat ourselves.
Monday, 3:30
3:30 p.m. Eastern.
Yes.
Pacific.
Pacific.
Briar's going to be rating. We're going to be doing the podcast.
Yeah. By the way,
Where is everybody?
so we always do DCP Side Quest, which is a podcast that is things outside of Destiny, 1 p.m. on Mondays, 1 p.m. Pacific on Mondays. We missed this last week, but usually it's every Monday. So we're going to be doing that and then taking a short break and then doing the Raidathon. So it's going to be a packed DCP day for us.
Yeah,
Yep.
it'll be a good day.
Exactly.
A lot of laughs, a lot of good times.
Yep.
TPAT123 says, what do you guys think about Bungie putting a charity item in Eververse? I think it's awesome and would push me to go to Tefts and spend more money.
Awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
All around. Yes.
Really awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's really good. I may even buy something that's not charity related just to show my support for them doing something charity so Bungie gets a little taste of the action too. Because I am very hesitant to buy microtransactions in Destiny because well, I've said that many times why. But this is so cool that
Briar,
I'm
can you give me a
supportive of it.
refresher on why you don't like it?
Because I just don't see why. I don't see
Oh, no.
spot for. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it.
Right away,
Talkie
he
Killer
kicks in,
2000 says,
because I just don't.
This is why. It's my principles.
look, it's a looter shooter. God damn it! Like how are you gonna have the best loot in the game behind the Eververse store or any loot? Like when
You know
Talkie
what?
Killer 2000
There you
says,
go.
do you guys think that the leveling system will be the same in the new expansion? Bounty Simulator, here we come. I think they've talked about they plan on changing this, right? It may not happen in the expansion though. I bet it'll change a little bit, but I don't know if we'll see like a complete refresh of the leveling system.
Yeah. Right. I think if
I
they're
don't think we'll see a big change by September.
But we do know it's going to change.
Right. If they're going to truly revamp the system, I think it's going to be like a year to possibly 2-year arc of that stuff being pulled apart, rebuilt in what we have right now. So I don't expect like fast changes on that.
Everything's Fine says, what do you think Bungie will be doing with all the mats we have in our inventory from locations to be sunset this September? Should we spend them all now?
Well, considering I still have like 90 something future war cult tokens, you might want to deal with those soon because they're stuck. I can't even put them in the vault because they didn't want you to. You can't get. They're stuck.
Oh wait, maybe you can delete them. Yeah,
you probably can delete them, but I'm not going to delete them. They are their history right there. But I can't put it in the
dead
vault.
orbit tokens, I'd totally delete them, but not future war cult.
Exactly, not future.
Bingo.
War cult. Not future war cult.
I have.
So yeah, maybe
337 new monarchy tokens, and I don't know where the. Sorry, I'm looking for all my tokens here. I got Trials of the Nine.
I have
tokens.
Trials. Yeah, we have Trials of the 9 tokens too. Let me turn them into the lady in the dungeon. Just let me throw them at her. I don't know.
I got 119 Trials of the 9 tokens.
So many.
Sean says, how you guys feeling about Trials wins being included as a requirement for Seal and perhaps other content to end the season?
I don't particularly mind it. I mean, it's one of those things where it's going to force people to jump into the playlist. So it's going to give it a boost, which I think the playlist could use a boost.
I think it's fine. I think trials at this point is a part of the game. It's not, complete a flawless ticket. It's get 7 wins. You have until September.
Yep.
If you get tired, you can just do a couple games, go on to the next day, do a couple games, and you can knock out 7 wins. I'm pretty sure. You keep trying.
If it was complete a flawless ticket, I could see having a real issue with it, especially with the state of cheating in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But since it is 7 wins non-concurrent, I don't have a problem with it. Breezes Christ says, do you think we'll ever go inside the Traveler? You horny bastard. What?
Jesus, man.
That's gotta be illegal.
Get your mind out of that.
Yes. I think Zavala is going to get corrupted by Eris because he wants her goodies. I saw the flirting. I know
Jesus, get your mind out of that.
So then he's gonna say he's gonna be corrupted by Eris, yes, and then he's gonna be like, I need to know the truth, and he's gonna go into the Traveler, and then he's gonna come out with Traveler parts in his hands. I don't know what's in there, but he's holding them, and gonna be like, I destroyed the Traveler, and then we're like, no, what are we gonna do? And then that's how we all lose our powers again.
He's gonna be baby daddy to the Traveler.
Wow,
that's gonna be awkward.
I just imagine they're gonna go in and then suddenly realize it's actually Epcot Center, the big ball at Epcot, and be like, the whole time it's been Epcot.
It's a small world is playing on an endless loop.
Yeah, generating the light.
Zavala is the Traveler. I like that one. Yeah, Zavala steps out. He's like, I am the Traveler. I am the light guardian. And then he turns into a giant ball.
I don't know if I could take.
And then
Zavala
we can
being
throw
the
it.
Traveler.
Perfect.
Oh, you could toss it. Ball toss. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Reginald says, do you think the darkness is actually evil or just misunderstood? I mean, so far, since they came, they gave us 2 pretty awesome exotics and visited almost all the planets while the Traveler hasn't done anything but sit by the tower.
Yeah, I mean, the pyramid ships are just showing up and saying, hello, how are you, Freds? That's what they're doing.
They're like, hey,
absolutely.
You need some household repairs? I hear your bathroom needs fixing.
Oh, my bathroom does need fixing.
I mean, that's the whole story at the moment, right? Is that the darkness is talking to Eris, saying that we are being trapped by the Traveler and the light, and we're being stopped from spreading our wings and being beautiful butterfly birds. But the darkness is like, embrace it, grow bigger, fatter,
I want to be a
stronger.
beautiful butterfly bird.
Exactly. Darkness wants us to be too. So
What's that saying?
On board.
Road to hell is paved with good intentions. Golden path of good intentions.
Road to hell is a hell of a lot more fun, though. You know what I'm saying?
It's a wild ride.
it smells like
Krubsy
vanilla
says-
in the Traveler. Apparently, that's a real thing. It smells like
Really?
vanilla in the
That's
Traveler,
right.
according to lore.
Yeah.
Isn't that what-
Church.
Isn't that what Epcot Center smells like too? Vanilla? They pump cinnamon and vanilla into the air? I knew it. Freaking Disney, man.
It's Disney in there. Zavala is Mickey Mouse.
Krebsy says, what new types of weapons would you like to see in Destiny? Examples: flamethrower, double barrel shotgun, crossbow, akimbo pistols. I like this flamethrower idea.
I want a scythe. I want a scythe.
Yes.
Give me that.
I do too.
Yeah.
Please. Yeah. But double barrel shotgun though sounds pretty awesome. And if they did the Doom double barrel, because we technically have never had an actual double barrel where you pop it like that and stuff 2 shells in, blasting like that would be sick. And then if we had the Doom hook as well, that'd be exotic. That'd make it exotic with the Doom hook.
Yeah. I want a hunter cape that makes me look like death too.
Yeah.
And then you rock the scythe?
Me too. Mhm.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Please.
And a double barrel shotgun.
And then you just have these angles where you're casting judgment on warlocks all the time, looking down at them. Yeah.
Can it just, when we do the super, can it zoom in on our eyes that are just judgmental eyes and we're looking at a warlock?
Yeah.
Said judgment on the screen.
It looks like Fran at the end of a podcast. Just like. Scuf Game says, as the resident lore experts, how do you think other guardians and people of the city will react to our embracing the darkness? I think they're going to take it well. I think they're going to be on board with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what's the Traveler done for you lately?
See, this is how it all goes wrong, right? This is where it all goes bad. What's the Traveler done for you lately, huh? You want to join the cult of whatever the hell this is?
Didn't the Traveler resurrect you from a deep slumber?
I said lately. That was like 6 years ago.
Saved us from
Do you
Gaul.
see a ring on this
Remember
finger, Teffy?
Do you remember him saving us from Gaul?
I think I had Gaul pretty well handled, to be honest with you.
Gaul was a pushover, let's be honest.
He was a pushover. It's
Yeah.
Eggplant Vault, I think they're going to take it well. I think they're going to be on board. I think I've done so much for the last city that they're going to be like, we trust you.
Well, so the Darkness are like the bad mob guy who seems really nice, and he's like, "Oh, do you need a house? Do you need a Lamborghini?" Briar's like, "Yeah, I do want all those
He's
things."
the Wolf of Wall Street.
And then he destroys humanity because you needed a Lamborghini. That's what the Darkness.
He didn't destroy the Hive.
What?
The Hive are still kicking.
Yeah, you see, the problem with all this, like, get on board with the darkness, is that there's a lot of really bad things that have been associated with them, with like the Taken and, you know, the Hive being Hive.
That's what the Traveler is. That's the Traveler story. That's what the Traveler is trying to put out there. But last time I checked, the Traveler, first sign of trouble, tried to skedaddle.
Yeah, you're not wrong. It was running away the whole time. Yeah. And then
Maybe the Darkness is just one of those like close talkers that's like likes to hug a lot, and the Traveler's like, I don't like being touched.
The Darkness is trying to smother it.
I love this. My roommate is a thrall, and all my guardian friends are dead, but I have a hot tub. I like that, Heavy.
I like hot tubs.
Heavy, I like that.
Cannonball! Eggplant Volcano says, September, we're going to the Deepstone Crypt where Cade 6 was made. Do you think there's any chance they bring his character back, maybe even as a Dark Guardian? I think that has more to do with paying a voice actor and availability of a voice actor than it does with story.
They also shouldn't. We need that. We need the deaths of important characters to stick. Otherwise, anytime it happens, we'll be like, "Oh, he'll be back in like a year."
That's very true.
Yeah,
it becomes like a soap opera where people just come back all the time.
Also, it would be a different Cade because they shot his ghost. His ghost is dead, so they would just be making the EXO version of Cade, which isn't the same person.
Nope. And then that's even more sad.
Yeah. Us lore experts really like suss out these details extensively on the show. That's why you guys
kind of thing.
That's why you guys tune in. So we appreciate that.
You're welcome. OSU Hoops says, what can be done about the mountaintop? Although it will sunset, it will terrorize for years to come.
Just delete it.
It's already created lots of PTSD for Guardians out there. So the effects
real bad.
The effects will resonate for years.
Oh yeah. I think nerf it into the ground so no one wants to use it. It's still there. You can use it. You can pick it up. Yeah, it's great.
What if they just made grenade launchers heavy weapons?
They'd have to reformat so many things, so many archetypes.
They've done it before.
That's true. They have done it before. How about it just shoots like a mashed potato? Just mashed potato comes out.
Yeah. You shoot it, it just immediately goes. Bloop.
Yeah.
Splat.
I love it. Experiment number 626 says, how's connection-based matchmaking been, and have you noticed the cheaters coming back out of the woodwork?
Well,
so Iron Banner was an interesting showcase of connection quality. Some matches were great. There was some matches that were clearly like, what happened? I still think Bungie matches up matchmaking in orbit before actual data is being sent. And then once you get into a match, you'll have these cases where someone had their like Netflix suddenly kick on and their internet's crap now and they're teleporting everywhere. Or maybe they're just in a fire team. I don't know. It's connection based in the sense that you can connect to people. Is it a good quality match? I mean, it always varies. Some matches are great, some matches are bad.
Iron Banner had a ton of people in it, which was nice. So I felt like I was playing lots of varieties of player instead of the same type of player all the time. So that was really cool.
That was
I liked
great. That was really cool.
My experience of the Crucible has been pretty piss poor lately, but I can't really blame it on Bungie because, or I don't know that it's the game's fault because my internet has also been severely crippled because my internet company, which is actually named after multiple penises.
Cox?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. They have reduced my connection speed because of the COVID.
Penis plural.
Penis. It's not penises. It's peni.
Peni.
Well, I'm just saying. Yeah.
What do you call a flock of peni?
Dicks?
But yeah, like I've had nothing but connection issues when I joined the Crucible for the last 2 months. Like constantly getting booted out of it, and I don't know if it's a problem with the game. I don't know if it's a problem with matchmaking or if it's just a problem with my internet.
That's too bad.
But it sucks.
I think it's probably Briar's out there teleporting around somewhere.
Yeah,
out there in the
Briar's getting reported.
Like, God damn it.
Well, I'm just getting disconnected out of games constantly. It's hard for me to finish a game, which makes it basically worthless to even try because you don't get any rewards if you get disconnected.
Sounds like you're foretelling the future of our raid day. Briar constantly getting disconnected.
I haven't had problems in PvE. It's only in the Crucible.
Strange, yeah. Yeah, but I do want to highlight on Iron Banner. This was actually a pretty fun Iron Banner. Like I was able to play a lot more or longer sessions than I normally do. And typically after a couple games of Iron Banner, I'm like, okay, I've had enough of the, this, whatever you want to call this crap. But I was able to play for like 4 hours at a time and not walk away annoyed at the game mode. And a lot of it had to do with the fact I wasn't seeing the exact same type of player all the time. Or the majority of the enemies were basically the same player doing the same type of moves and being the same type of like, what was it? Preparing for state championship.
The same group of Peters.
They're all going to their state finals to try to go to nationals or whatever, So it was refreshing.
Yeah. I enjoyed Iron Banner this time. I played it a lot. Had a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Jacob says, if you had to choose, would you rather see Last Wish be taken out or Garden taken out of the game? And what's the next D1 raid you would like to see come back?
So if we had to choose between Last Wish and Garden to get rid of one?
Yeah.
I think Last Wish is my favorite D2 raid. Just like the set pieces, the music, the encounters, like...
Briar's every now and then throughout the show, Briar's camera has focused on Han Solo.
Because it's a person's face. You gotta look at the Han.
You just get this caption of Han Solo saying something. It's pretty great.
But before Han Solo interrupted the podcast,
worst things could happen.
Could be Elvis interrupting the podcast.
That's true.
So yeah, Last Wish I really like as a raid. So I'll keep Last Wish. I'll probably bring in Wrath of the Machine. Wrath of the Machine, just love that raid. I like that raid a lot.
Yeah, I like Wrath. Wrath is fun. Wrath aged well. Also, the loot was top notch.
Mm-hmm.
It's so cool. You upgraded the weapons and suddenly it Sivified it. Like that was just awesome.
Clue says, what do you guys think of a legit roaming raid boss? Like the boss is moving around the entire map sort of thing. Not gonna lie, these stationary bosses make me a little meh.
What about the thing of Aramis in Prophecy Dungeon? She's teleporting all around the place.
Yeah. That's actually that's a solid point. That's kind of like that.
Yeah,
Although she still goes to the same
I-
spots every time.
She does go. Yeah, she goes to the same spots.
The Wrath boss moves around. What's his name? Something Prime?
Same thing, isn't it? Like teleporting.
Nexus Prime. Yeah. It's the same spots he teleports to.
I want Alakul as a raid boss. Just throw him in there. Have the knight just chase you over the entire raid. The entire time, Mr. Alakul is just behind you with a sword, yelling things at you.
So
Dirty things.
It's interesting actually. Yeah, dirty things being from Alakul.
Look at his booty. Come for that booty.
I'll give you the darkness. Crota was like a legit attempt at a roaming boss, and it worked for the most part, except for the times where it definitely did not work.
Except when he didn't work, and it worked better as a roaming raid boss.
Yeah, he'd suddenly be in the crystal room. You're like, "What are you doing, Crota? You're not allowed in here. You're breaking the rules." He's like,
Your
"Tough.
safe space is not safe.
Shouldn't have
That's what I
yanked that
want."
cable, bitch."
Crota does not respect safe spaces.
Nope.
Yeah. Yeah, but that I feel like they moved away from that because they had too many problems with the networking of a roaming raid boss. Yeah.
I could see that. That was a big issue with Crota. They fixed it though, pretty much.
Yeah, but when you're with a team that was definitely like literally global, it would still have issues.
Yeah, even when they redid the raid, they still had issues.
Yeah, actually, I don't know when they redid. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
Joe says, "Do you guys think we will have a new super for each the Witch Queen and Lightfall?"
Oh, a new super? Well, maybe. Because I assume they're putting in like a lot of the groundwork for especially with the way that stasis is working, right? Where it's you're picking and choosing the different things that you're using within the subclass. So instead of adding like, a whole new tree like we currently have right now, they could just add a new super.
Mhm.
Like the actual super would be different.
Yeah.
That'd be
Yeah, that's
reasonable.
definitely possible. Yeah.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Dredgen Lolo says, "All the hype for the season is great. What do you think Bungie could do to have this feeling a little earlier in the season? People tend to go far in the negative when there's a rocky start."
Man, there's no pleasing everyone. It's not going to happen. You're either going to have people really excited in the beginning and then peter off later on, or they're going to come back halfway through. Like, you're not going to please everyone. It's just how it is.
I think if they have a few seasons that are as solid as this one, though, you'll build more trust, right? So when people like start a season and they don't see like a ton of stuff on the roadmap, they'll know based on previous seasons to expect, cool stuff to come, right?
Mhm.
Whereas, based on the previous couple of seasons, I don't think people had that trust necessarily built up.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, it's expectations, how to set expectations accordingly so people know what to expect.
Just don't tell us anything like they did this time around.
But
Don't say anything.
but the problem though is that if you have a season like last season where they don't tell us anything, then it's like, okay, that was meh. So I don't know. I think you're not going to have everybody pleased. There's always going to be somebody like bummed out that it's not immediate hype all the time, constantly.
Wendigo Stark says, "If you could turn any tower NPC into a void ball, who would it be and why is it Tess?"
Hmm.
I'm buying
wanna
my balloon
turn the
before I do
person-
it, though.
I want to turn the person who says, "Listen up, guys of the city. Listen up, people of the city. Listen up, people of the city." I want to turn them into a void ball.
I'm really
finally
starting to buy
listened
this
up,
theory that
people
Brother
of the
Vance is a
city.
serial killer, so he might be my guy right now.
He might be a pretty powerful void ball.
Huh.
He's got superpowers.
All that fanboyism
Or
balled
maybe
up.
Shax. Shax is like speaking with the darkness, so it'll be like maybe the ball could talk to me through Shax at that point.
Huh. There's this one person who's always like, "Don't say that so loud. Future World Call is always listening." That person. Turn that into a ball.
Trying to foil our future work cult plans. How dare
Yeah, how dare they? Jesus. Trying to slander Lakshmi? God damn.
Yeah, don't do that.
D Flawless Gaming says, "What would you like to see continued from Season of Arrivals into Beyond Light and Beyond?"
Oh, the decoder, obviously, the Umbral decoder, right?
Yes. Uh-huh.
That
Yes.
that has been phenomenal.
Yeah.
The changing of the planets in such a big way.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you're doing with the story, wherever you're taking it, changing it in a big way and making something happen where you land there and you're like, what the hell is going on here? Makes me I just feel a lot more connected to the world and everything with when they're doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thomas P.
Yeah, I just want to say on that, like that's a big part of what makes Destiny feel magical. And a lot of D1 had that. Like when the wolves were roaming for the first time, it was like, whoa, the world is changing. This is so cool. Or when the swords showed up for the first time in Destiny 1, like that made it feel like an actual living world that was changing. And a lot of D2's life so far has kind of had static playable spaces where they just didn't change that much. So seeing these changes is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
We definitely need to see more of it.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. Thomas P. Thomas III says, "Do you think Bungie will replace the destination-specific perks on ghosts when they vault those planets?"
Probably not. You'll probably get a brand new ghost and it will say increased glimmer on Titan. And we'll laugh about it.
Probably.
Yeah. I had not thought about the ghost at all. Yeah.
Well, this will come in handy.
A relic of the past, Guardians.
Like, I mean, obviously those perks won't come in handy now, but when they unvault those places, they may come in handy again.
Yeah, you'll see that one person who kept all the ghosts be like, guys, I'm rich. I'm leveling up so fast. Check out my old ghosts.
Dan says, "What do you guys think would be a good way to better the vendors going forward? I think most people that play often have thousands of unspent tokens. Do we go back to a leveling vendor system like Vanguard and factions were in D1?"
Yeah, I don't know, because like the answer in my mind is more loot, but apparently Bungie can't keep up with more loot. So I think it's unrealistic at this point to think that every vendor is going to have a complete refresh every season. It's just not going to happen. So what do you want Bungie to do? Not provide more content and just give us weapons that we're going to ignore from time to time that we get from rank ups? Or, you know,
I did like in D1 how they had items for sale, and later in D1's lifespan, they would also change the roles on those weapons that were for sale. I thought that was actually pretty fun, because every week I would want to check, what are the roles on, like, I can't think of any guns right off the top of my head. Hawksaw, like, do they have a good roll on Hawksaw this week?
Yeah.
And that created some fun. So you didn't have to do any extra art, but the vendors stayed relevant because the roles would change.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to see something like that. Change what's sold, like the different guns that are sold, and then change the roles that are sold. And I think that would work really well with sunsetting as well. Because a new thing will come out that you'll want to get. Oh, I want that gun with this roll on it. That would be it could work really well.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I'd be down.
But again, though, like when it comes to the actual loot, like this still seems to be the fundamental problem with like the not the exotic loot, because the exotic loot this year has been tremendously better from the past, like especially with this season, awesome stuff. But the legendary stuff, like the prophecy dungeon is giving us like okay legendary rewards. The armor looks cool, but like the weapons, I'm not thrilled to see these weapons and the same stuff I've seen in the past. And I don't know if it's possible for them to make that type of content and also prophecy dungeons. I don't know. Like it seems to be a fundamental development problem with time.
Yeah.
Private Panic says, "What's been DCP's favorite season so far since Shadowkeep? Love the podcast and appreciate everything you guys do for charity. Keep it up."
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Since Shadowkeep, I think it's got to be this one.
Probably this one. This one, I can't say enough how much this season has like captivated me with wanting to know more about the world, more about the lore, more about the story. I feel so much more engaged with the content. So much more.
Mm-hmm.
I normally was like, oh, this lore, okay, cool, great. I'd like to know, but I'm not going to go out of my way to know. But this time I'm reading the lore that we get each week from the story. I'm watching videos. I'm wanting to know more because it's interesting. They've tied me in.
Yeah, it's probably this season for me. It's that or the actual first season of Shadowkeep. Because that was cool too. But I think...
Oh, yeah.
But it's tough to distinguish that one because you had a brand new DLC.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess if you could include Shadowkeep, because we got a new DLC in Shadowkeep, that would actually be my favorite.
Yeah. New raid? I mean, come on, right? Dungeon?
I wasn't actually thinking Shadowkeep was included. I was just thinking the 2 seasons plus this one after that.
Yeah.
CK says, a riddle for your lore, for you lore masters. Oh, I think we're up to the task.
Us.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Welcome.
Okay, so Savathun's eyes are many in number. Ruinous effigy rips them asunder. If dimming her sight requires our light converted, who watches the watchers when the witch queen is encountered?
Watches the watchers.
Who watches the watchers?
Because Savathun's watching us.
Savathun's eyes are many in number.
I mean, isn't that the darkness? Like the darkness is in control of Savathun in some way?
The answer here is clearly pork chop.
Pork chop.
I can't believe you guys can't see it.
Doing some espionage on Savathun.
Mark
The
that
9.
one as solved.
The 9. There we go. There's my answer.
The 9.
The 9.
Yeah, big head, right? That
She's
big
got
giant
that.
head.
She's everywhere. She's
Yeah.
got Zur all over the place. I bet there's many Zurs. I bet Zur is not like an individual person, but like there's many types of Zurs.
It's a construct.
Do you know
of the
his
darkness.
mind is not his own? I don't know. That's a little piece
No
of lore
kidding.
for you. Yeah.
How about his will?
Right. That too. Not So Gamer says, if you saw both a Warlock and a Titan drowning, what type of sandwich would you make?
I'm gonna go with
What's the
tuna
biggest
fish. I'll make a tuna
celebratory
fish
with
sandwich.
tuna?
Yeah.
That's pretty thematic. They're drowning tuna, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe like
seafish
a
sandwich. What's the most celebratory sandwich? What's the sandwich you're like, we're celebrating tonight, ladies and
A
gentlemen?
Monte Cristo.
Oh yeah. Nailed it.
Perfect.
Everybody raise your Monte Cristo to the sky.
Dip it. In
Salute.
yeah.
Try not to drip it on your head.
You dip, salute, chomp.
Fricato says, if you could use Ruinous Effigy against anyone in the podcast and turn them into a void ball, who would you choose and how would you use them?
That's easy answer. Obviously, Briar, we're making void ball pasta.
Void ball meatballs.
Yeah,
That's right.
It's gonna be delicious.
Question.
They're delicious, Briar. Don't worry.
Void
You're gonna-
ball speciality meatballs.
You're gonna rank it 10 out of 10 on whatever foodie app you're using right now.
The Mohegan 9 says, would you rather be a transformer or have a mech suit? Or bonus, DCP can unite and form Voltron. Can you imagine the chaos if DCP was in charge of
I was
Voltron?
like, listen, that sounds cool, but one DCP will never get together to form Voltron. It'll maybe once a year at the most.
Maybe that's all it should be because it's so damn powerful,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's going to be chaos. I'm going to go Transformer because I can be a car and a robot.
You could be a Ferrari. You could have Ferrari Fridays.
You could
be a Ferrari.
You could be Ferrari, and then Tefty could be in you for Ferrari Friday.
Whoa there. This is where I draw the line, all right?
Slow it down.
That's why I didn't say me. You can keep your.
I'm going to go make a tuna fish sandwich.
I'll toast a Monte Cristo to that. I don't think mech suits are very comfortable either. Like, I don't think it'd be.
I don't think they're
I
going
could
for
wear
comfort.
it every day. I could make it comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
You can make it comfortable.
they just,
You're gonna modify it.
Why not? It's my mech
like,
suit.
I guess
I
it
ordered
is
a comfy
yours.
one.
Huh. You're like, I'll take the extra plush, super comfy,
What?
long,
That's just a
long
blanket.
journey version.
Yeah.
Jelly says, "Are spiked seltzers a beer? My wife calls them a mixed drink, but I call them beers."
They're not a beer.
A spiked seltzer?
100% not a beer. Like White Claws,
That's not beer.
not beers.
So technically, it's closer to a beer than it is to a mixed drink because it is made. It's a malted beverage.
It's not a beer.
It's not a beer. It doesn't taste like beer, but it's definitely
No.
not a mixed drink either.
When you say beer, you expect a certain type of taste, though. It's a certain
Yeah.
type of experience, and it
Yeah.
definitely is not that.
Yeah.
But I mean, they are malted beverages.
Not a beer.
Not a beer. It's definitely not a mixed drink either.
It's not
It's
a
its own
beer.
disgusting thing, to be honest with you.
It's its own abomination.
Yeah. I mean, like if you read the can of any of those, it always sounds delicious. It sounds like it's going to be a delicious, like, oh, this is going to taste like seltzer, raspberry, and vodka blended into a delicious drink that's going to be perfect for this hot sun. And then you taste it, and it tastes disgusting.
And that is what's going to happen when we agree to hang out with the darkness and become Dark Guardians.
He's going to only serve malted beverages.
Yeah, you're going to be like, well, this sounds like it's going to be delicious. Let's do this. And then you're going to be like, Jesus, why didn't I stick with the Traveler? Oh, now it's ruined.
The
Shucks.
darkness is like an evil genie. Gives you exactly what you asked for, but it sucks.
Yes.
Yep. Exactly.
Ringo the Dingo says, "Today's my birthday."
Happy
happy
birthday.
birthday.
What's the most surprising birthday present you ever got?
Oh. Oh, well, Tomo proposed to me on my birthday. I was pretty surprised.
That's a
That's
pretty
a surprise,
surprising.
right? Yeah. That's
That was a
awesome.
bit of a
I
surprise.
know if Tomo did that to me, I'd be
Like-
surprised.
I wouldn't.
I don't know. I can't really think of anything.
This isn't a birthday present; it's a Christmas present. But my wife one time got me. It's a strap for an iPad that goes on your steering wheel, so you could use your iPad while you're steering.
Oh,
sounds-
That was
Safe.
surprising.
That sounds like a good cautious driver attachment.
Yeah, that was surprising.
that is surprising.
Yeah, I can't really think of anything. My birthday falls a few days after Christmas, so it's like already like lazy holidays. So then it's like,
How do
hey,
you feel about that? Like, if you could move your birthday, would you? Like, if you could have told your parents, like, hold up, now's not the right time. If you do the math here and you do this deed, in 9 months, I will have a birthday near Christmas and I will get screwed for the rest of my life. Would you say, just wait a minute, wait a month, maybe 2?
well, they definitely weren't calculating the math because I was an accident.
And we're doing the math.
I'm 8 years younger than my sister. Actually, I'm okay with it because I have my brother and sister. They're 8 and 10 years older than me, and their birthdays are in the summer. So my parents always made sure that I got a birthday because my siblings got birthdays. So if
Also, you're kind of like an only child, even though you're not, because it's such a big
both
age
worlds,
difference.
yeah, best of both worlds,
Yeah.
right there, exactly.
Interesting.
Yeah, it worked out pretty great. So because I had older brothers and sisters, or brother and sister, they my parents made sure that I still had a birthday. Sometimes, I mean, actually every time the presents were always wrapped in Christmas paper. But I could care less about that. I was like, give me my Nintendo right now. I'm about to break something, you know?
Very demanding.
I was extremely demanding. I need my digital entertainment. I've waited the whole year for this.
My kids have a near Christmas birthday. There is in early December, and they're twins. So I try to definitely like make sure that they feel like they had a good birthday experience separate from Christmas. But financially,
Right.
what the fuck, you know?
The big hit all at once.
Taking a double hit all in 1 month.
Yeah.
And they're twins too, you know. So like, you don't want one of them to get like more birthday than the other. And if you
Pair of
accidentally
socks and you get them an iPod.
a couple of years ago, I decided computers, and that was an expensive year. It was like
Yeah.
2 full computers with like
Yeah.
1080s.
Oh,
I think they were
boy.
1080s Intel processor. It was an expensive year.
Damn.
Yeah. I haven't given a gift since.
You're like, this is going to cover the next 3 years of birthdays. So
Yeah.
enjoy.
Elusive Pineapple says, what would your talent be if you competed for Miss or Mr. Universe? No video game answers.
Every
Can
time.
I use my comfy mech suit?
Oh.
That might go down well.
That's just a blanket.
Superpower, though. All right.
I go up on the stage. I'm like, this is my mech suit. Look what I can do. People laugh at me. They think I'm hilarious. I win.
I don't think I have a Mr. Universe style talent. I've never watched a Mr. Universe. That's the one with the muscle bound guy.
Yeah.
Mm.
What
You're
kind
a
of talents
wrestler?
do those guys do?
You
I
can
was a
flex.
wrestler a long time ago.
I wasn't Arnold Schwarzenegger. He was Mr. Universe.
Was he a
few
Mr.
times.
Universe? What was his talent?
Being
Robot?
massively buff. Having pecs like the size of a tower on his chest. You know, just be like, bam, bam.
My talent is looking like this.
Yeah.
You're
The
welcome.
talent is being insanely yoked in my entire body.
I don't know. That's a tough one to answer.
Yeah, I don't know.
Jay Sherritt says, in 5th grade, I skipped school because I didn't do my homework and I was caught. So I told my mom it was because she smoked. She quit smoking the next day. What's the best/worst lie you've ever told that had a happy ending? That's an amazing outcome.
That is.
That is.
That is amazing.
Why didn't you do your homework? You smoke.
Like,
Yeah,
I want
that
to
one.
hear that conversation also because I'm not buying. Like,
That she was
I got
like,
kicked out of school
"Yeah,
because you smoke.
Yeah, maybe she was actually playing the other side, being like, I quit
Yeah.
smoking because you did so good in school. And they're like, got this great story, you know? Huh.
She was making the transition over to pot anyway, so it just happened to coincide.
She's like, this is convenient.
Let him have a win here. Give him a W.
oh,
I can't recall something like that.
no. Anytime lies happen, it's always bad.
Yeah, I try not to lie because it always turns out shitty for me. Not because I'm a good person, just because it always goes badly. I can't remember lies I told, which is bad. So you got to like be real careful. If you tell a lie, you have now a responsibility to maintain that lie forever, right? And if you tell multiple lies, you got all sorts of balls up in the air.
Burying
You are
yourself.
juggling for the rest of your life. Every time you tell a new lie, you're adding a ball to your juggling repertoire.
True.
All of a sudden, you got 20 balls, 30 balls, hundreds
many
of
balls?
balls up in the air.
How many balls,
There's too many
Briar?
balls.
Too many balls.
There's too many balls. You just don't throw any of the balls. You'll never have to juggle a day in your life.
True. Makes life way easier.
There you go.
And I am lazy, so I'm all
Yeah.
about the easies.
All about telling the truth so you ain't juggling balls, you know?
There are white lies, I guess. And those usually have a happy ending.
Like, yeah, you look great in that shirt.
Yeah. ONS says, if you're forced to sing a karaoke song, which song do you choose?
Yeah, this is amazing because after that, we just got a nice focus on Han Solo casting judgment
Every
on
time
us.
his face comes up, every time.
It was perfect also because we were talking about how like don't tell lies, never tell lies, and Han Solo's like,
This message brought to you by Han Solo. Would Han Solo lie to you? Yes, he
No.
would. But
Not at all. Never.
say that question again. I completely didn't listen to it. At all.
If you're forced to sing a karaoke song, which song do you choose?
When
I see
we
that
went
Owen
to
has
karaoke,
trouble spelling karaoke, as do I. We are brothers in arms here, my friend. I have no idea how to spell karaoke.
DCP did do karaoke.
Yep.
I think one that went down well was Let It Go from Frozen. Lots of yelling, just screaming, not really singing, just screaming, let it go.
I actually don't even remember singing that song.
That maybe because you were very drunk.
All in a blank.
I had a few old fashions, that's for sure.
Mbop is a good one, yeah.
Yes.
I do remember Mbop, and that was fun.
I remember thinking, oh man, Mbop, and then it started coming on. I was like, yeah.
Karaoke is one of those situations where there's songs that you're like, I would never sing this or listen to this outside. It comes on in a karaoke room. It's the best.
Yeah.
time.
Suddenly it's like,
ever.
oh, it's on.
Jeff McDonald says, should midnight snacks be called dark lunch?
What? Midnight snacks be called dark lunch?
Yeah.
I don't really eat what I eat for lunch during midnight snacks.
Yeah, I'm not having lunch at midnight.
I'm eating like a whole cheesecake, not a sandwich.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think since like this whole like global pandemic, my sleep schedule has shifted wildly out of schedule. So I'm now up till about 4 p.m. or 4 in the morning and like staying in bed till like noon, which is awful and I hate it, but that's where we are. And my lunchtime is now dinner time, or what was dinner time, and I'm now looking for food again around midnight.
Mm-hmm.
Which sucks because like you're not gonna run out and grab a grinder at midnight. So usually the healthiest choices aren't being made at that particular point in time.
And if you go out, you might get arrested because what are you doing out at that time? Briar Rabbit on the prowl.
What are you doing out? Completely hammered, drunk, throwing Molotov cocktails at midnight. Goddamn. It's weird, Briar. The way you just described that, I'm like, that's normal for me.
Yeah.
That's been my life.
I think what kept me in check is the boys were still in school last year.
Mm-hmm.
So I still had to wake up regularly, because, school stuff, right? But that's not happening anymore. They're home. They can't go to school if they wanted to.
So they're developing poor lifestyles that's going to lead them into their future? You're setting an example of a poor lifestyle?
You're leading them down the wrong path.
I mean, I've been a poor example from the get-go. Lord knows. If they've gleaned anything from my lifestyle, it's how not to do it. A cautionary tale, I would say.
Oh, man. I think a lot of people are struggling with that, by the way. Like,
yeah.
Like, change. Your whole rhythms are completely out of whack. If you work outside and don't have a lifestyle of working at home all the time, then it's very disruptive and changes up just like your week. Your week feels very different. I have years of experience.
Small too. Like you'll like, it'll be like your regular bedtime. You're like, I'll just watch one more show. I don't have anything to do tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And then you stay up an hour later, like a couple of times, and then you do the same thing, and now it's 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, and all of a sudden you're like a night owl.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then it's hard to go back.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I've always been a night owl, but it's also taken me years to hone productivity in like my lifestyle.
I like sunlight. Like I like being out and about. Like I like,
Mm-hmm.
I like mornings. Like waking up in the morning, having coffee, going for a walk.
Yeah, you see, for me, I like going out. Like when I wake up, I want to go out into the sun or be outside. And then when I have to do stuff, I want to be inside when the sun's not out. And that's partly led to the way I've done work for most of my life. Because I want to work when the sun's down. Because I'm going to be inside.
And no, they should not be called dark lunch.
Yeah.
No.
Dark
Wayne
lunch is
said-
something else.
Wayne says, what object on your desk/workstation that is currently within arm's reach epitomizes your personality and why?
Bella. I got her.
I got a couple options. I got Pope's gift to me for Christmas
Okay.
last
That was
year.
scary.
That's-
When you pulled that up the other
Yeah.
that was
That's definitely, I thought that was a butt plug. I'm not going to lie.
Pope sent me this
Why does he keep that on his desk?
this emoji that happened to be on there. And then I got a photo of Memes and I.
Oh, look at that. Young
That's pretty
Tefty
good.
Teft.
Yep.
For audio listeners, you're gonna have to go look at the video.
Yeah, that was worth.
Young Tefty Memes right there.
I got lots of cool stuff around. Like all this is from anime, and there's also Shax. He's just hanging out with everybody. He's having a good
Compromised.
time.
He's hanging out
Wishing he was
compromised.
in an he's compromised by the power of anime.
I feel like it's the whole milieu for all of us, not for anybody. It's like it's not just one item. It's like the whole smorgasbord. Like I got a broken Sega Saturn.
Nice.
I've got a broken Nintendo 64 controller.
Okay. Briar breaks
I'm
all the
sensing a
stuff.
theme here.
Briar is very destructive around his
I
electronics.
bought them both that way. I got an OSSC remote control, which is a line doubler for classic gaming consoles, a camera with a microphone attachment,
Okay, yeah.
an empty beer,
Yep.
Are you sure it's not a seltzer?
fake eyelashes.
Still,
Those are still on your desk?
he's getting ready for a Warlock Monday. Got to make the dress pop.
My Mister, of course, is on my desk. It's laid out there for all to see.
Just laying it out.
It's really no one item can describe me. It's really it's the breadth.
Right. It's the full Briar.
Copy of Street Fighter for the PlayStation 4.
Nice.
Got it all, man. Got everything I need right here at my desk. Also, I need to clean my desk. I lost my place. Wilvin says, have you ever been in New Jersey? It's the only place where you can get a pork roll, so you should check it out.
Pork
No,
roll? What's
I
that?
actually haven't.
Yeah, I haven't either.
Suppose it's rolled up pork.
It's
Isn't it like a
pig that's rolled up into a loaf?
pork roll? Is this something that the local ladies offer you over there?
The pork
That
roll?
sounds spicy.
This is DCP after all. I'm just
I'll
saying.
take a pork roll
Take a pork roll for my dark lunch.
with a happy ending, please. I'm Googling it. New Jersey pork roll.
I've never visited
All right.
New York.
It is a sandwich.
I'd like to.
It looks like it may have egg on it. Possibly egg, cheese, and ham.
Why is it a roll?
Yeah, what defines the
Kinda
roll?
Kaiser bun roll looking thing.
Oh, okay, it's on a roll.
AKA Taylor ham. You can have them shipped to you.
Oh. During times
It
of the
looks good.
pandemic.
It looks like a ham sandwich with egg on it, kind of, and a roll. I have been to New Jersey. I've only driven through it though. I've never stopped to stay because usually I come from the New York side, heading toward like Philadelphia area, and it's got a distinct smell when you enter New Jersey.
Warlocks? A lot of warlocks in New Jersey, huh?
It's just not the best first impression. Is all I'm saying. It's a very industrial area that you come from New York into New Jersey, and you drive through a very industrial area, and it's like filled with like bog area, like swampy bog area. There's just a lot of sense going on.
The true
right away.
warlock experience.
Yeah, this sounds like a warlock town.
Yeah, it does.
So doesn't give you the best first impression. Josh Kiefer says, do you guys do your research and find out if cockroaches have nipples?
Didn't we find out that it did?
We definitely found out they had milk, but I don't think we found out if they had
right.
nipples.
Yeah.
I think I told someone about it and they Googled it and found that it is real. But yeah, I don't think we
It's not the same.
figured that.
We didn't do any
let's look up
follow-up?
Cockroach nipples. Cockroach nipples.
Urban Dictionary, I recommend.
Cockroaches don't have nipples.
So
Okay.
their milk
There you
is
go.
something else, not of a nipple fashion.
Apparently, the whole. I don't know. I don't understand. I don't know where the milk's coming from, but it's not nipples.
Not nipples.
If you get a
not
milky
nipples.
substance from your cockroach, use caution.
Yeah.
Do not
See
drink.
a cockroach with nipples. Be scared.
Hard pass.
123 says, "What's the correct way to cut meat? Knife in your dominant hand or the other way around?"
I think I usually use dominant hand because I want the most
Like
control
if
of the
you're using
pressure.
if you're using regular knife and fork, or if you're like carving.
I think
They're
if
different.
you're knife and fork, otherwise, if you're carving it, I go dominant hand. If I'm
Yeah.
using a knife and fork, I go left hand for the knife, right hand for the fork.
Yep.
So this might sound weird, but
Same.
legit, like I can swap them. I just swap them all the time. It doesn't matter if I'm eating right or left-handed. It's in like when I'm slicing regular eating, same thing. Like I'm not.
I think for me, it's my mother just told me to do it this way because it was like
It's the
proper.
proper.
So I just,
way.
you know, okay, mom. Yes, I'll eat all my beans and I'll cut with my left hand. Stephen Braswell's, I didn't teach any of that stuff to my kids. Should I? Like, they're gonna like at some point theoretically need that information, right? Like if they go on like a fancy dinner.
True. You got to teach them all the forks, what all the forks and the spoons are for.
Yeah.
You got to do that.
I'll have to look it up first.
Otherwise,
though.
they're gonna get someone fancy, and they're gonna be like,
There's an awful lot of silverware. I'm very confused.
How valuable is that in today's knowledge?
Yeah,
go
I don't
somewhere
know. I don't
fancy?
really come into it that
Well,
often.
just
I just don't go anywhere fancy.
yeah, but to even go somewhere so fancy that they're gonna have all the cutlery that you have to have like knowledge of it, and even if you didn't, they'd probably be like, "Oh, that's fine. We'll get you a new one."
No, all the rich people will judge you, Tufty.
Oh, get
No, they're
judged.
already doing that. That started when they saw me walk in with Crocs.
Briar, have you seen the new Yeezy Crocs?
No.
You should get them.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
They're hideous. but
Do they
probably
cost
comfortable.
$300?
I don't know. Probably.
Does Tomo have a set?
Yes, he's selling them.
To get him was like, damn.
So he got them but didn't like them?
No, he was planning on getting them to sell them because I think they're pretty cheap, but they sell for a lot more. And
Oh.
they got here, we looked at them, and was like, damn, these are ugly.
Like uglier than regular Crocs?
Yeah, I would prefer to wear
Clearly.
Crocs. Crocs at least look like a shoe. This looks like, the Glade air freshener you plug into the socket?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
It looks like that.
Future shoes. I respect Tomo's hustle on those shoes. I respect it.
Yeah, me too. Oh, wow. They look like something you'd see in like a sci-fi movie. Like when the character wakes up from a coma. $189? They're made out of foam rubber.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in a similar search, I searched Yeezy Crocs on Google, and on Amazon.com they have grass slides. They're lacrosse shoes, but the top of them where your foot is, they have grass like AstroTurf. That's thinking right there. So you're always walking on grass.
Yeah.
I like
The
this.
barefoot experience.
Yeah.
Put
That
those
is
on
good.
my wish list right there. Oh man, they got pictures of somebody riding a motorcycle with them. I'm sure that's safe.
Good God.
Oh, and the girl who's riding on the back is wearing a swimsuit.
Naturally.
That's
Is
recommended.
it? Are you looking at Kim Kardashian? I'm just wondering.
Oh, am I? Let me see. I don't think so. It doesn't look like Kim Kardashian. I don't think.
Okay.
Now I've lost my place on my Twitter questions. That's how we feel about knife in your dominant hand.
And to answer your question, Yeezy Crocs. Yep.
Yeah.
Stephen Braswell says, if you had to make an entrance like a wrestler, boxer / fighter, what would your theme song be? Theme song. It's your big entrance into the WWE.
I've always looked at these things, and people pick really serious, intimidating stuff, and I think, would it be more intimidating to pick something very, very cute and silly? So
Like an anime song?
Yeah. Like this
she
person
don't
is
care.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Like,
could be
I
pretty
like
intimidating.
This is fun to me.
Some
Yeah,
super
I don't
hyped
wanna go
up,
into something
crazy.
serious.
How about it, Yakety Sax?
Yeah.
Baby Shark. That's a good one. And you have like a little shark outfit, shark boxers, maybe?
How about If You Want to Be My Lover by the Spice Girls?
Yes. Because that's even better. Do you want to be my lover, opponent? Do you want to?
We can work this out. FYI, I'm a power bottom. Alex says, what is the weirdest fact you know? Well, cockroaches make milk is pretty high up there.
It is pretty
That's
high
a
up
strange
there.
fact, yeah.
I
Oh,
don't know. It's hard to call on all my infinite knowledge.
Yeah, right.
crap.
It's hard to just-
This doesn't really count since I'm looking it up, but I think a sword of mallards. Let me see. Is that correct?
It sounds like a new exotic.
It
The
does.
sword of mallards. It quacks every time you swing it.
I like
Yeah, well,
that.
it's a flock, but it is a group of mallards. So you know how like you'd say a murder of crows,
Yeah.
sword of mallards, but it's not sword like a knife.
Badass motherfuckers were naming these.
Yes,
Flocks of
it's
birds, right?
SORD of mallards. Also,
I know one. Tufty. In order to find a marionette, you got to look for the clarinets. That's my fact.
What was going on with that? What?
So Tufty was streaming late at night, and he was like, "How do I know what the marionettes are?" So in Destiny, you're looking for the marionettes to complete this quest. You have to
The
kill them.
exotic
And I was
quest.
like, "Tufty, you just gotta look for the clarinets. The marionettes are holding the clarinets."
The marionettes are by the clarinets. I was like,
That's my advice.
what are you smoking right now?
I was laughing a lot. I'm telling you.
Oh God.
Is this Hugo?
Yeah.
Because he came into stream earlier and warned me and apologized. So
So this is, I guess this is kind of follow up to last week.
Oh, last week was pretty cringe.
last week, Kenny, I think, officially decided he hated us. So.
I think I checked out last week because it was so weird that I've already forgot what it was.
So sometimes we have a guest that just like does not like this kind of thing. And I think I go harder when we have a guest like that. 'Cause I enjoy it. And I was definitely doing that to Kenny last week.
He
I
seemed
can
very
see how
offended by the penis
uncomfortable he
festival.
was.
But listen, the penis festival is a thing in Japan, and they're celebrating fertility. It's not sexual. They're
Yeah,
celebrating fertility. You know, people
Clearly.
want to have babies.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, some people do.
Interesting.
Hugo Rune says, would you rather date a woman who is a 6-foot vulva or a woman who, instead of
Wait.
having genitalia, has
Oh.
another tiny woman living in a burrow between her legs?
Hold on, roll it back. I was half
It's the
listening.
same question as last week, but this time it's a woman.
Yeah, let me get the picture.
Yeah, I guess it is.
Picture in my head.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's either just a 6-foot vulva.
Right.
Don't Google that.
That could
by the
be
way.
fun.
The 6-foot vulva.
That could
Attack
be an
of the
interesting
6-foot
theme park
vulva.
ride.
Risky click of the day.
Are you feeling lucky? Google lucky, huh?
Or a woman who, instead of genitalia, has another tiny woman living in a burrow between her legs.
A burrow, though.
Does she
She's
come
not
out?
even- Yeah, I'm saying, is she like in a cave section in there, just like hanging out? Maybe
Yeah,
every now
it's
and then
her
she
home.
plays a tune on her clarinet down
I
there.
think she's making some tea. She's playing clarinet and making tea down there, having tea and crumpets.
Ooh, I like tea.
Serve me a spot of tea, please.
I bet it takes her a long time to make enough tea for like an adult-sized human, though.
I think she just say
True.
no because she can't, because she's got like, you know.
Oh, there's some steam coming from your pants. It must be tea time.
This is super awkward.
Yeah, you get
Yeah, I'd
two
definitely
girlfriends.
go with the tiny woman
Yeah?
thing because, well, at least then you've got like a regular woman instead of a 6-foot vulva.
But imagine how much fun it would be to go in there. It'd be like a haunted house.
I don't think it'd be that much fun. I think maybe one time it'd be super like interesting. After that, I'd be like, I'd have been there.
You could record in there, use it for science, you know?
Science
Be
experiment.
interested in it?
Science is going to be like, you have a tiny woman living inside, you know. I think we better study this phenomenon. Tiny woman meet tiny man penis.
Oh my god, it's a
Oh,
couple
can they
like
get
meant for
together?
each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's how the story ends.
Yeah. Zachary Richens, this is the last question we got for the week. Zachary Richens says, hello everyone. This week's question is a wholesome one.
Oh.
What makes you
wonderful.
happy and have joy in your life?
So there's really obvious ones, right? Like, you know, family, like, of course, obviously. But I think something that I really, really enjoy is having end of stream or end of podcast or whatever, having time alone to just cook a really nice meal, have something nice to drink, that want some music or something. And it's just a really awesome time to just decompress from the day. And you're creating food and I get to like pick at it as I'm eating. That's great. Cooking.
Yeah. That is a fun thing.
That
That's
makes
a
me
great one,
happy.
yeah.
And anytime it's chilly, for some reason, I get really excited.
Chili's
Chili-
delicious.
Chili is delicious.
I'm getting pretty excited just thinking about chili.
I
I think
oh,
it's gonna be my
chili
dark.
tonight?
It's gonna be my dark lunch.
Yeah.
Chili.
That's
The
right.
dark lunch. The dark lunch
I love
rises.
chili. I love cooking chili.
I love eating chili.
Yeah, I'm like along the same lines. I think for me, it's I've always found like if I feel stressed out or you know anxiety is kicking in for whatever reason, whatever things that are going on, whether it's in my control or out in the world and all that, like taking time to have inner perspective. It's kind of like the whole meditation type of stuff, but not specifically hitting on the head about meditating. It's more like allowing yourself to filter your thoughts or like calm your mind, or you know if you do have a bunch of craziness going inside your head, sometimes you need to let that stuff just like be aware of your like your moment, your surroundings, your moment, and be aware that you are experiencing a bunch of craziness. And so then like I'm thankful to be in that moment and have that like that calm happen after whatever crazy storm of all the stuff I was thinking about, and like have that clarity that comes from that. That's, I think, amazing. Clarity, you know? Like I feel like the older you get, the more you appreciate just straight up clarity of
clarinets.
Yeah, you know, clarinets ripping some great lines for the marionettes.
Ripping.
And you get your clarity from the moment.
No, that's important though, because you know we especially now we're so surrounded by electronics and stuff's always happening. We're hearing stuff, we're reading stuff, we're seeing stuff. That just to have some downtime where nothing's happening is really therapeutic.
I had to delete Twitter off my phone a couple of weeks ago because I couldn't anymore. Like it was just too much input and I couldn't stay away from it. Like every time I like had a second to myself, I was opening up my phone and looking at Twitter to see like what awful shit was happening now.
Yep.
Yeah, I've considered that because I find myself doom scrolling a little too much these days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, the pandemic has been really hard because what makes me happy the most is being with friends and family. And that sounds kind of cheesy, but it's like I love like just getting together with people and laughing and being goofy. And like that's just like I really like doing this podcast, right? Because it's especially during the quarantine time when like social contact is so limited. It's fun to just like sit here and laugh with Tefty and Watts and whoever our guest is. You know, it's fun for me. It's fun to, you know, just hang out with people. I really like hanging out with people, and I'm not really an extrovert that much, although I play one on TV. But I really miss human contact right now, like really hardcore. Like I can't really see much of my family because we are considered very high risk right now for getting COVID because what my wife does for a living. So like the chances of us getting COVID in this house are pretty freaking high. We haven't gotten it yet, but you know, you don't necessarily know when you do get it like right away. And you definitely don't want to spread it to people who are high risk in your family, which we have a number of. So it's just like, it's been lonely in that way since I guess March, in that we're just not getting together. We're not like, you know, we go to lunches, we have dinners together, we just hang out like friends. I haven't seen much at all, and it's been rough, and that's the stuff that makes me happy. And I can't wait for this shit to be over, man. It's awful.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wear a fucking mask, please.
It's easy. Wear a mask.
You look cool, man. You look, trust me, you have a little breakout on your bottom half of your face. Throw a mask on. No one knows. Your skin's perfect. No one has any idea. You look like a ninja. You look badass. You're saving lives.
You're like, oh, I was going to go rob the bank. Oh, wait, it looks like I'm just wearing a mask. Easy. It's your cover up.
They got some cool ones on the Bungie store right now. I think I'm going to order one of those ones. I like the
There's a
all
bunch
black
of cool
one.
ones. It's like an extra accessory that you can put together with your outfit. It's great.
Yeah.
I love it.
I think I'll get a black one.
No, weird. Never thought that Briar would wear black.
I ordered a bunch of bandanas, so I got all these colors. And like I'm just swapping through the rainbow every day of different bandana colors.
The bandana is awesome, and it works really well with a beard.
Yes,
but it doesn't work good with glasses because the masks have like a metal piece that shapes around your nose, and a bandana doesn't have that. So I've tried to take the strips out of masks that I've used and put them in the bandana, but the bandana doesn't quite have the right amount of tension.
It's true.
What happens is you breathe and it fogs up your glasses because there's a big gap between your nose and your face.
I think part of the problem though is the beard provides resistance and pushes it. So like, you know, you see all these masks. I haven't seen a mask yet made for someone with a beard, like a beard, you know?
Yeah.
Well, maybe those are being created now. That's actually what's kind of cool about it is that people are creating more masks. You've got ones with like adjustable straps going on, different designs for everybody. So maybe we'll see some more innovative mask designs.
Beard mask innovation.
Our bearded brothers and sisters need masks too.
That's right. And also something for the little guy downstairs. All right, that's the show, guys. Episode number episode 196. How about it? It was a good show.
That was great.
Oh man, thank you very much for watching, guys. We really appreciate it. Thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in. Shout out to our Patreon members for making the show a reality for us, and our Twitch subs. And thanks for tuning in live and on YouTube and all the places that we post the podcast. We really do appreciate it. Looking forward to more content and what we got planned. That I sort of know we have planned, but I kind of like.
Always a little bit of a surprise.
Yeah, I take a peek here and there, and then I'm like, oh, cool, that's happening right now. Next week, like we said, we're doing the Raidathon, all Warlock Raidathon appreciation, fantastic class, most best ever in Destiny Raidathon at 3:30 p.m. Pacific time on Monday, and that's going to be right after our side quest, which is always 1 p.m. Pacific, right here on DCP Live on Mondays. Yeah.
Indeed.
Right.
That's right.
Briar's like,
that is right.
the math checks out.
Well, math is literally incalculable. Literally.
Watts, where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. Just look for Miss 5000 Watts.
Briar?
Same. You can find me trying to fix a broken Sega Saturn. What if anybody knows how to get like dried up Coca-Cola off of motherboard? Hit me up on at the Briar Rabbit on Twitter.
Just pressure wash.
Pressure wash it.
Just pressure wash. You should be good.
Yeah, should be fine.
I want to fix it.
I tried some alcohol. I'm having trouble finding like 99% alcohol, rubbing alcohol. Obviously, you know, all I can find is 70%, which isn't great for electronics. Honestly, it's not. A little too much water in there.
At
Yeah.
that point, it's just drinking.
Yeah. Exactly.
I think not.
Hey, Elvis, where can people find you? Oh, you can find me down in Graceland. Graceland, all right. Okay. Yeah, it's great. Elvis,
That's
thanks, man.
Fran Mirabella.
Thanks, Fran.
Thanks, Fran.
Yeah.
Good show, Fran.
And I'm Teft2Teft. You can talk to me at Teft on Twitter and catch my streams, twitch.tv/Teft2Teft. That's our show. Thanks for watching DCP Live. We will see you next week and on Monday and all the things that are happening. You guys are amazing. Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Bye.